twice, but they're usually really open and just like, want to see what I'm working on? Do you want to try it? Like, it's not like, don't listen, this is my secret process. And that's what I think, what I like to do as a printmaker, even though like this last show I did had no printing in it, so I'm back with Jeff right now. So I'm still a printmaker. I think these people are a good representation of that, like open and across the board.
So community is something that almost each of you talked about. Why is that important to you?
Just in my work, which is, I've started to dive really into collaboration and working in large scale and large groups of people, and that comes from my influences and people who I consider mentors. And that's really important to me because I don't think I have all the answers. I don't have every idea that's ever going to be great, so why just restrict myself to that? You know, it's important to me to go out there and to talk to people and to ask them what they're thinking and what's influencing them, and working together and really just exploring new ideas through other people as well. And just the joint of two minds can be so beautiful sometimes and come out seamless.
It seems like the Kansas City Art Institute is a real nice community that enriches your experience because you know it's you guys that have created that, and it just so happens that the community is very supportive. I mean, there's other larger cities and smaller cities that have art institutes or very strong art departments, like the University of Iowa. But when it gets too expanded, sometimes you lose that intimate quality of connecting with your group. And of course, the city here is very tolerant of all your craziness. And so that's the other thing that's really kind of nice, like the Minneapolis Art Institute. You know, young people like yourselves launched and totally changed the entire concept of park benches 20 years ago up there, and bus stop benches. They became animals or, you know, very energetic sort of German scary-like images like you like to depict in your prints. You know, they really came up with some crazy things, the young people from their art institute there, and you guys have the same opportunities here. And I think the one thing that I think quite interesting is that you know, printmaking used to traditionally be second to painting. First you learn to paint and you would draw and you would make prints, and prints were then in the seemingly, I should say, in the 30s, let's say roughly to the 40, 45, were a secondary vehicle for the artist to make a living, and that's what you should, you know, be doing. And then later on they became more of an artistic endeavor, and here you are. Now you're taking I think the idea of a printmaker is almost non-existent anymore, because it's threaded itself into everything from where you've changed it to something you're visualizing, even at the flick of a switch, and she's making it into a completely different form of a sculptural type of idea, and she's going to use it in a scientific manner, which is really cool, and he's doing standalone prints that have this great storyline, loaded thick images, and she's doing the same thing, and so are you. It's really kind of cool, I think. You guys have taken it, you know, to a different level, and it seems to be moving that way. And you're, you know, I just think it's great, super.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what I like about the community aspect of it is we do at the very base like have some commonality, which is printing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's cool that you have all these like different people that are doing such different things like you were talking about. But it's nice to be able to immediately associate with somebody, or I don't know, like I said, have some sort of kinship with, even if you're not directly making prints or you've gone to something bigger.
one thing that I've been hearing a lot since I am about to graduate is, you know, the consideration that while we're in school, we're here with faculty who are paid to care about our artwork, and with a bunch of students who are graded to care about our artwork. And once you graduate, you're not going to have that. So being able to foster a community of other artists is very important, because, I mean, no artist can exist in a vacuum, and you're not going to get, like, if everything is just coming from you and you don't have anything coming in from the outside, then that's just a way to easily get stuck in a rut. And the great thing about the printmaking community, especially in Kansas City, is that it's already here. We already sort of have a place to go. I already have a place to go after I graduate, you know. There are all these different shops that I can start trying to work my way into, that the community is already here for me, so.
Yeah, I feel like art movements throughout art history have been really influential, and as opposed to just like the romanticized individual like artists or painters, like the Fluxus, for example. So to having like all these artists and groups, it seems like kind of a tradition in the art world. I don't know, the community supports itself in some way. I think that's important.
Yeah, in addition to, you know, just like the community, and I like the KCAI print shop, you know, we have like printmaking conferences, you know, so then that community is like printmakers from the world, you know, all kind of congregating and, you know, sort of like sharing that knowledge and that kind of, you know, camaraderie. You know, because other than like ceramics and Antica, I don't know, I think sculpture's starting to get something like that going.